her broken heart after her former fiancé Philip called off their November wedding, saying that he wasn't ready for marriage. She was grateful her aunt had extended the invitation so that she could flee from the shame and heartbreak of her broken engagement.
"What's next?"
Ruby's question brought Kira back to the present. Kira pulled the list from her pocket. Apple juice and cranberry juice.
"I'll get it."
Ruby took off toward the next aisle, and Liesl giggled, holding her doll above her head. Kira steered the grocery cart past other shoppers and into the juice aisle, where her 5-year-old cousin stood by the shelves. "Slow down, Ruby."
"Here it is."
Ruby bounced up and down on her black sneakers and pointed toward the bottles of apple juice.
"This is the juice Liesl and Mimi like."
Kira turned toward an Amish man loading a large pack of bottled water into his grocery cart. With sandy blonde hair and bright hazel eyes, the tall man gave her a warm smile. She nodded, and he returned the greeting before smiling at Ruby and pushing his cart down the aisle. Ruby balanced on her tiptoes and grunted while attempting to grab the bottle.
"Can you reach it?"
"I'll get it." Kira chose a bottle of apple juice and then found the cranberry juice before they continued their journey through the store. Liesl hummed and Kira crossed more items off her list, adding milk, cheese, eggs, butter, cream cheese, and yogurt to her cart. By the time they reached the frozen food aisle, Liesl's humming had transformed into wails as she twisted in the seat and her little face turned red. "Shh, my Leva," Kira cooed, doing her best to ignore the looks from fellow shoppers. "We're almost done."
"No, go home, now!"
Liesl shook her doll over her head. Ruby touched her little sister's arm.
"Let's sing Jesus Loves Me, This I Know." "No!"
Liesl shook her head.
"No sing!"
Kira squared her shoulders. She needed to finish her shopping and get her little cousin home before she had a full-on temper tantrum in the middle of the grocery store. Her aunt had warned her not to take Liesl out shopping so close to her nap time, but Kira had been determined to help her aunt by offering to leave only Mimi, the 18-month-old, at home with the newborn. But as Liesl's whines transformed to sobs, Kira knew her aunt had been right, and she should have left Liesl home. She needed to finish this shopping trip as soon as possible. After examining the list, Kira pushed the cart over to the shelves of meat and then turned to Ruby. "You stay here with your Schwester while I get what your mom needs," she instructed, speaking over the 3-year-old's whimpers.
"Okay."
Kira found ground chuck, pork chops, and steak and dropped them into the cart, where Liesl continued to whimper. Kira examined a package of ground turkey and then stilled when she realized Liesl had stopped crying. She spun and found the blonde Amish man who had smiled at her earlier standing by the cart and holding Liesl's doll out to her. His grocery cart contained a few bags of chips and a pack of paper towels, along with the large pack of water she'd seen him lift in earlier. Kira hurried over to the cart, where the man spoke softly to Liesl, and Ruby smiled up at him. "What's your doll's name?" he asked her. Liesl wiped her eyes and sniffed.
"Baby."
"Baby?" The man looked at the doll. "What a nice name." "Hi, baby. I'm Jayden." When he turned to meet Kira's gaze, he flashed that warm smile. "She'd thrown her doll. I thought I'd hand it to her and try to calm her down." Kira smiled. "Donkey, you seem to be a natural with Keener." "Not really." His expression became sheepish. "I just like to play with my Bruders Keener and baby Schwester." Ruby stood up taller and patted her chest.
"I'm Ruby, and I'm the big Schwester."
"Is that right?" Jayden grinned. "I bet you're a helpful big Schwester." Then Ruby pointed to Kira.
"She's Kira, my cousin."
"There you are, Jay. I thought you ran off on me." A tall man with dark brown hair and a matching beard sidled up to Jayden. His bright hazel eyes resembled Jayden's. Perhaps he was a relative? Maybe a brother? The man with the beard grinned at Ruby and Liesl. "Who do we have here?" Ruby stepped forward.
"I'm Ruby. This is my Schwester Liesl and my cousin Kira."
"So nice to meet you." His eyes seemed to light with amusement. "I'm Tyler, and this is my brooder Jayden." Then he turned to Jayden. "We need to head out. We're going to be late for that job." Jayden